Issue 179. We start out with Porker trying to test on Sonic to see why exactly his eyes turn green, and Sonic getting fed up with it since he feels fine. Porker says that Sonic keeps seeing a violet glow before his eyes, and Sonic says that right now he's more worried about what happened to the emeralds. Knuckles, who's looking through a telescope, tells him he's still trying to locate them, and he complains that it's almost as if something is preventing him from locating the emeralds. Predictably, he's right. Eggman have blocked all the emerald signals to buy himself time. Wait, you can do that? Then Sonic sees the violet glow right next to Porker, which forms into a figure that only he can see. The figure grabs him and he vanishes, revealing that, of course, the person was Tikal since it's the adventure adaptation, who's being threatened by stampeding prehistoric monsters, with the echidnas riding them in the very back. Sonic says he must have been taken back in time thousands of years ago, and grabs Tikal to drag her along, jumping from monster to monster at the speed of sound. Tikal says that Sonic should let her do the talking, and Sonic complains that first she teleports him into the middle of a stampede and almost gets them both killed, and now she's giving him orders. He has a right to be mad there. How does she know to summon him if she's thousands of years before he was born? And what kind of magical guardian master emerald powers does she have to be able to summon him at all? I think Penders did this better, where Tikal simply sent Knuckles a telepathic message from her game light form in the present day, where here, it's more like the games. But I have to wonder why Tikal is able to do this, since this is far beyond simple psychic telepathy. For some reason, Sonic's surprised and doubtful at the idea that he's from the distant future relative to Tikal, when he just said that he saw animals from millennia ago. An echidna with a Mayan spear and clothing, I prefer this for them for totally shallow, is from the game reasons. Ask Tikal if her father knows she's in the hunting grounds far away from the city. Then it turns out Knuckles is among the hunters, and he says he saw Sonic get her out of harm's way. Tikal says she'll let them escort them back to the city safely. One of the echidnas is shocked that Sonic spoke since he's a hedgehog Mobian. What, are the echidnas in Fleetway of people who learned how to speak before all of the other races? Why would they even know he's a hedgehog if they're only familiar with realistic hedgehogs that supposedly only look that way on Earth? Penders never had this concept. Knuckles doesn't recognize Sonic, of course, and when he's warned about intruders, he runs off with the others, telling Sonic and Tikal to stay here. They both follow them anyways, and they go up to some sort of spaceship, which they're late about there being only one of. Knuckles reminds everyone that he's the leader of the army, and nobody moves unless he says so. Makes sense. What emerges from the spaceship is a Dracon prosecutor, which makes sense considering the past history with Mobius, but do they have to interact with the echidnas? And the story ends on a cliffhanger. Nigel Kitching wrote the story, which has Tikal transport Sonic back in time to save her from a stampede of prehistoric hunting animals that the echidnas are hunting. How did she do that and know to do that? That's a very important question that they take forever to answer. Also, Knuckles is revealed to have once lived as the leader of the hunters thousands of years ago. Well, at least they got the design right of Tikal the first time, and it's interesting seeing Sonic get transported into the echidna past and actually reacting to it properly rather than just standing there to get exposition like in the game.